So we're not going to be talking about crypto today. I'm going to be talking about a stock called NIO. I've talked about it a few times on my channel, but I just wanted to kind of give, some more input on it because a lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes, and we're about to hit 2025, and in 2025, China is going to be banning oil cars. And yeah, guys, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen, once that ban happens. Can't really drive oil cars. And what's the biggest manufacturer of electric vehicles in China? NIO. Like, look at the size of this factory. Do you see the size of this factory? All right. And just to put it in perspective how big this factory actually is. So just to get my facts straight, all right, I'm pulling up the phone. It is 16,950 acres. All right, so I got it right here. It says it's 26.56 square miles of just pure industrialized factory. It's pretty obvious that they're preparing for massive volume and massive traffic, flowing throughout their factory. They're not just building that big of a factory just because, oh, wow, I want it to be pretty big. No, there's obviously a reason behind it. And also keep in mind, NIO has went out of business before, and the Chinese government has bailed them out. So they're already in bed with all the crooks. It's honestly like a only win, can't lose situation in my eyes, right? Again, not financial advice. Every investment, there is risk, calculated risk, blah, blah, blah. But to me, it's like, where's the risk? I don't see the risk. 2025, cars are banned. They have the biggest factory in China for electric vehicles. They're backed by the Chinese government. They're already doing very well, even without the ban. It's crazy. All right, so we're going to pull up some financials here. There was a time when there was a chip shortage going on. There's a global chip shortage in 2021. And NIO was actually still able to pump out vehicle production and ramp up everything by 25%. So even with all this detrimental stuff happening on the planet, they were still pumping out cars, getting profit. It's pretty unbelievable. So what's going to happen once there's no restrictions, no nothing, and they're just only going to pump out cars because the government's like, yeah, look, there's a new law, no oil cars, we need electric vehicles. They're going to be literally forcefully pumping out cars every day. They're just going to pump them out. So now, I normally don't do these, but 40 analyst ratings, 83% of them are saying buy, 17% said hold, 0% said sell. Now again, we can look at 2008. Anything an analyst says, do not really take into account for it. The analysts are kind of dumb depending on which analyst it is. But a lot of analysts have been wrong, so we're gonna take that with a grain of salt. However, NIO right now, we're sitting at $10, guys. We're sitting at $10. Our all-time high was 60, and that was before this oil car ban coming up in China. So yeah, pretty crazy shit right there. Okay, so NIO is in Norway, Germany, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Sweden, and also China. They're not available in the US then. I believe they're trying to work on it. But NIO plans to enter the US market in late 2025 to launch more affordable models to compete against Tesla. So, it's pretty good news that they're going to try to compete against Tesla. And NIO's market cap is definitely low enough to where if they were anything next to Tesla, we're going to make some big bucks. So, here's another reason why I'm bullish on NIO. So, NIO takes on BMW, Mercedes in Europe with flexible battery plan. NIO plans to roll out a battery leasing and swapping network in Europe to cut costs for users. So it's not really just the car now that they're selling. They're selling the battery in the car because I do believe that their battery is superior to a lot of other companies. So the fact that they're just able to sell off their battery, that's pretty legit, that they don't even have to sell the vehicle themselves, right? So the battery costs about $8,700, so it just kind of adds another whole entire market that they could kind of go into. So, good stuff right there out of NIO. So now, the NIO charging station is probably my last point I'm going to make here before I end this video. So, it says right here, NIO Power is a mobile internet-based solution with extensive networks for battery charging and battery swap facilities, enhanced by Power Cloud. It offers a power service system with chargeable, swappable, and upgradable batteries to provide users with power services catering to all scenarios. So this is called NIO Power. They have an at-home, an on-road, a Power Home Plus, a power charger, a power swap station, and a one-click for power. So now each of these are kind of different charging aspects for different scenarios on where you'd like to charge your car. So I'll leave a picture for this right here so you can look at it for yourself. So as you can see, I guess the Power Home is where you could charge at your house. The Power Home Plus, I guess, is like a better version. I'm not really too sure. But the power swap station is mainly what they're going to try to use, like the Tesla charging stations. They're going to have these power swap stations set up where literally you don't have to like plug in your car, even though it's optional. If you want to plug in your car, you can. But if you don't want to plug in your car, you pull up to the charging station and then you take your car and then you just kind of sit it on this little pedestal and then it swaps out your battery. You get a new battery and then you're back on the road within like a couple minutes. So, I think that's a lot more efficient. However, these batteries, they're not very environmentally safe. So it's kind of like, what are we really doing here,